Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to the channel. We got some serious stuff to talk about today. I'm trying to make this as short as I can, get this information out to you guys. So as you guys can see in the title, I want to talk about what's really going on the ground with this hurricane situation and the aftermath that's happened to all these states. There's 6 states that really got heavily involved, and there's some states they're not even talking about, like Virginia. Western Virginia got hit really hard. They're not even talking about it. The only person that even went and did anything, JD Vance, showed up, and there was one clip on it, and that's it. And they need help too. It's not just freaking Asheville, North Carolina that he needs help. I know they keep pushing Asheville, but there's tons of counties and tons of towns that are outside Asheville that are in worse shape than Asheville is. And you guys need to understand that Asheville isn't it. You know, there's places in Tennessee, there's places in South Carolina, there's places in Georgia and stuff that are all needing major help that got hit harder than Asheville. And I'm not saying Asheville didn't get hit hard and they don't need help, because they do, but I'm saying there's other smaller towns that are up in the mountains in there that are totally inaccessible, and people are totally cut off, and they need help. And they just keep talking about Asheville. They talk a little bit about Tennessee, and every now and then they mention Florida. That's about it, you know. And there's a lot of other areas that have been heavily affected, and even worse than some of these areas, and they're not getting the attention they need. So you guys need to get out there and do research and see that there's other places out there. We're also going to cover some radio communication stuff. We're going to talk about ham radios and GMRS radios, because the ham radio operators have stepped up. Some GMRS operators have stepped up as well, and that's pretty much how they're communicating in these areas that are total blackout and total cut off, that have no services whatsoever. They're literally using ham and GMRS radios. And I'm going to give you this information where you guys can go listen to these guys, so you can hear what's really going on the ground, not what the mainstream media and the government's trying to say is going on the ground, so you guys can know the truth about what's really happening there. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give you this information so you guys can go look this up. You can look it up on your computer, you can look it up on your phone, and you can literally listen real time to the radio communications going on the ham radio tower of the people that are there helping on the ground, trying to coordinate all this stuff and get people stuff. So I'm going to pull this up on my camera real quick on my phone, and then we're going to talk about a couple radios, and then I'm going to try to be done. So the website you got to go to is called Broadcastify. I'm going to put it up here or up here somewhere where you guys can see it. You guys are going to go to where it says listen. There's a couple menus up at top. You're going to click on listen. You're going to scroll down to top feed. Click on top feed. Then you're going to see a bunch of feed pull up. You're going to see where it says location. You're going to look at the NC Rutherford ham repeater. It's N2G, and then the frequency is 145.19 megahertz repeater. That'd be 145.190 for anybody that's programming in their ham radio trying to listen to it. And you guys can click on that, and then once you click on that, it's going to show you a place where you got to click on the play button. And you'll see where it says click start player. You're going to click on that, and once you click on that start player, it's going to say play live. Click on the play live button. They're going to play like a little 15 or 30-second commercial, and then you can hear the radio traffic. And that right there is going to give you real-time information about what's going on the ground, not the bullshit that the government and the media is trying to feed you. Because the government and the media are lying to you. One thing they're lying to you about is the death toll is way higher than what they're trying to tell you. They're trying to suppress that. We know that for a fact. There's tons of videos out there that people are talking about, you know, that the death toll is most likely going to be in the thousands. You know, it's going to be over 1,000 easy when this is all said and done. They're going to be looking for bodies for the next year, and some people aren't even going to get found. And I hate to say that, but it's horrible. And I'm praying for these people, and I'm praying that they're going to get help they need, and everybody's trying to help and do everything they can. But I want to get that radio information out to you guys, and then I want to tell you a few things that are going on the ground that have been confirmed. I've listened to this on this radios and seen the videos and stuff. FEMA is coming in and starting to seize aid. They're starting to seize aid and round it all up, and they're stopping people from helping. They're not only stopping people, they're stopping people from flying in and helping people. They turned away the Cajun Navy. They turned away the mule guys that are going there and stopped them from doing missions the other day. I think it was yesterday. This is Sunday when I'm filming this. You guys are going to see this on Wednesday. But they're going in and stopping people that have been helping for a week. So the government has showed up a week later, and now they're stopping people from doing things. There's very established routes and very established things going on. Instead of coming in and say, hey, where can we help? What can we do? They're coming in and trying to take control of everything, and they're seizing all the assets and stuff, and they're stopping people. This is 100% fact. You can find people on YouTube talking about it. They literally are threatening to arrest people. They threatened to arrest a helicopter pilot that was going out and helping people, and he was flying his own helicopter in and saving people's lives. They literally threatened to arrest him. they threatened to arrest another lady who lost her home in all this, and she does a skydiving thing up there in North Carolina. She runs a skydiving business, I believe, and they threatened her. She'd been helping out for days and days and days, and the sheriff's department came in and threatened to arrest her. They accused her of stealing and then seized all the aid that they had been helping for days. They've been flying in and out, and just local people helping, flying in and out. They seized all of it and took it all. So the government is coming in and seizing things because the government doesn't have any money. They literally came out and said, we have no money to help these people. So now they're going to go seize all the assets that you and I and everybody else have been donating, everybody that's been trying to help with or send or whatever you've been doing and stuff, everybody that's been helping. And they're seizing it all, and then they're going to try to say, hey, oh, look what we did. We gave all this aid when it wasn't their aid. They took it from the American people that have been donating and helping and then throw it in there. That's what's going on. All right, you guys need to wake up, and I'm going to tell any of you guys that are in these areas that are helping and trying to get stuff done, you guys need to arm up, and you need to stop FEMA, you need to stop the Red Cross, and stop the government from trying to seize this stuff. You guys are going to have to stand your ground. You're going to have to stand, and from what I understand, there are people in these towns that are cut off that are literally have armed guards that are protecting this stuff, not from looters, but from FEMA and the Red Cross and the government coming in and taking it from them. And that's crazy to think that that's where we're at with this and stuff, because the government wants to cover up anything they can, and they're going to come in and try to take over and push everybody out and kick everybody out. And there's a lot of crazy stuff. I could go into tons of things, but if you guys go online, you can find these people. These are local people. Now that God saved Elon Musk for dropping in all the Starlinks, now the Starlinks are getting in there, the information is getting out. People are able to upload stuff, and you're seeing videos, and you're seeing real time what's happening and what the government's trying to do. The government's not there to help these people. The government is not there to help these people. They're there to take these assets and take everything away. It's a whole different thing. I will tell you guys, do not find whoever you want to donate to. Do not donate to FEMA. Do not donate to the Red Cross or any government agency. Do not give them a damn dime, because they're just going to steal it and stuff. Just like they took all the aid for FEMA and they gave it to all the immigrants instead of helping American citizens out. Or they took all the money and sent it over to Ukraine. They don't care about us. You guys need to find a good charity that you can trust and that you know, and send your aid there, or find a church that you trust and know and send it there, because there's a lot of people trying to do a lot of good, but the government's literally coming in right now a week later and trying to stop it, over a week later, and trying to stop these people that have been helping for a week. I mean, yeah, you're a day late and a dollar short, government, showing up. The crazy thing is the 82nd Airborne stationed at Fort Bragg, not Fort Liberty, that's Fort Bragg. I don't care what you say, it's Fort Bragg. They are a rapid deployment force that are trained to be anywhere in the world in 18 to 24 hours and have operations on the ground. They have water purifying systems, they have medical hospitals, they have everything they needed. There's only a couple hours from this area, and they are just now starting to pull some of those assets that showed up on Saturday. All right? Why is that? You have to ask yourself why that is. But I'm not going to get into my rant. That's enough of my rant. There's enough crazy stuff going on. I want you to know that the government is not helping. They are seizing stuff there. They are stopping people that have been running stuff for over a week now, and they're turning them away. And that's crazy, because there's so many people that haven't even gotten anything, And it's not a search and rescue mission anymore. It's a search and recovery mission. If you guys don't know the different terms, search and rescue is when you're still looking for people that are alive. Once you switch to search and recovery, that's when you're switching for dead bodies. And usually within 72 hours, which is 3 days, after 72 hours, search and rescue usually starts transitioning to search and recovery, because most people won't make it past 72 hours and things like that, And then once it's a week, once you get into 7 days, it's all search and recovery after that, So the people that survived are going to survive, and the people that didn't are in. But a lot of other people are probably still going to die because they still haven't got to them, which is just killing me. But I want to talk about some radios real quick, and then we're gonna wrap this up. You guys got the radio information. Go check out that radio repeater. You can listen to it on your computer or on your phone. You guys will get real-time information. They are doing updates in the evenings. They did it last night at 2000 hours or 8 p.m. I think they changed that from 7, or they either do it at 7 or 9 normally. I don't remember because I just caught it then. But you will, if you listen to it, somewhere between 7 and 9, they're going to do a full update. They go county to county, town to town, and give all the information that they can and what they know at the time. So you guys will get a lot of great information there. But I want to talk about radios. Ham radios are how they're communicating, because there's so many people that are still in a blackout situation. Radios like these, I brought a couple radios out. Ham radios and GMRS radios is what they're using and stuff. So it's mostly ham radios, but there are some GMRS on the ground as well using GMRS. but it's because of these guys that are using this technology that are actually able to drop radios in, and they're able to communicate with places. There's a place called Little Germany up there that's totally cut off, and they're fortunate enough that one of the people that lived in the town actually is a ham radio operator, and the only communication they have is with those ham radios, and they're using the radios for wellness checks. They're dropping them off in these areas that are totally cut off, and they're able to call on there. And this is when we talk about, when you see people talking about you have to have a license. In an emergency situation like this, you do not need a license to communicate on any of these radios. If you have an emergency, you need help, you hit that button and you call and you get the help you need and stuff. This is emergency situation. It even says on the FCC site, when it's an emergency situation like that and life and death is involved, you can use this radio, no license. So right now, those people that are in those affected areas, use whatever communication you got to get out and get communication and stuff. Because even an FRS radio right now would be better than nothing, because you could at least communicate with the GMRS guys and the ham guys on the same frequency, because they use some of the similar frequencies with the GMRS. And the ham guys have GMRS radios too, so they would be able to, you'd be able to communicate somehow, some way. Fortunately, they have a repeater tower set up there. I think they said it's at 6,000 feet or something, and so they have a tower on a mountain, and that's really what's helped them give the communications. But you guys will be able to hear it when you go to that information I gave you in the beginning and stuff. So I just want to say that one radio I would recommend to you guys out of all the radios, if you could only buy one, is this. This is the Wuxon KG-UV9G. This is literally the shit hits the fan radio, because they make this in ham and they make it in GMRS, and this radio has like 800 or 900 emergency frequencies programmed into it, and you can scan all those frequencies and you can program your own. I will put a link to this down below for you guys. This is an awesome radio, and if you could only buy one, I would probably pick up this one. It's water resistant. It's not waterproof, but it's water resistant, and this has a ton of stuff pre-programmed in it that would probably help you out in a situation like this. And just so you guys know, the only radios that are going to help you out in this situation is either ham, GMRS, or maybe an FRS radio. There is this other company that I've talked about before, and I posted stuff about, and you guys know, and we've all posted about, and those radios that they make would not be working in this situation, and those guys can piss off because they're full of crap, and you don't hear a peep out of them right now because their stuff isn't working, because you know what? Cell towers are down. So, and the cell towers don't work, their radios do not work. And those of you that have watched my channel, you know who I'm talking about. But anyway, I just want to get this out there. So you guys really need to think about a backup plan for radio communication, because the other thing is even if the cell towers were up right now in this situation, they would be so overloaded that you wouldn't be able to get out anyway to call anybody. So you would still be struggling and stuff. And that's what happened. They were so overloaded that people couldn't get out. And now they got the Starlinks in. People are able to start getting out and getting communications. It's just a crazy thing. I personally, we live about 4.5 hours, probably 4.5 hours, maybe a little more from Asheville, and we got tons of rain for 2 weeks. Everything's still soaked here. Like you can see, my logs are still soaked. We got tons of rain, some high winds. A few of our trees back here fall down, but that's kind of par for the course for living in Virginia. When everything gets super soaked, trees just start falling. It's kind of like North Carolina. Our ground is so saturated right now that, if we get another, and it looks like another hurricane's coming, we get more rain, even more trees are going to fall, and it's just going to be a mess, because the ground gets so soft that the roots just can't hold, and they just, and that's what happened there. The ground got so saturated, everything just started falling over. Yeah, you guys, you really need to think about some sort of communication. I recommend you, minimum getting your GMRS radios and get a GMRS license. I'm actually going to start working on my ham license as well. I already have a GMRS license, but minimum have a GMRS, radio at the minimum, But if you can't do that, get an FRS radio. I will tell you, this one right here, this is GMRS radio. They make this in ham and GMRS. This radio is only $29.99. All right, that's it. This one's a little bit more expensive. This one's like $139, but this is a full waterproof, drop it in the river, float down the river with. Right, this one is about, I think these are $159, $169, I can't remember, somewhere in there. But you can get a Baofeng GMRS radio or ham radio really cheap on Amazon, and you can buy packs of them. You can get 2 packs for like $50-$60, and those things, people dog out the Baofeng UV5R, but that little radio, I've got 2 of those. I've had those things for going on like 10 years now, still running strong. So definitely you got to think about some other comms, and GMRS or ham is the way to go. I would definitely say both. You know, it doesn't take a lot to get those licenses, and you know, there's a test to do the ham radio, but you know, it's probably worth it in the end. I like using my GMRS because I don't have to take a test, but I've decided that I'm going to get my ham because that gives me a little bit further range so I can talk to my buddies out west in Wyoming and stuff. So we're working on that currently. So anyway, I hope this information helps. I want you guys to leave comments down below. Any of you guys that go listen to the radio chatter, let me know that you were able to get on. And if you have any questions, if you're struggling to figure out how to do it, send me messages down there so I can guide you to that. Because I really think you guys need to go listen to that. No matter where you guys are in the world or in the country, if you can get on this thing and listen to that repeater, you're going to hear real time what's really going on the ground, not what the government and the mainstream media bullshit is trying to feed you, because they're a bunch of lying assholes and they're not trying to help. And for those of you that are in the affected area, if any of you guys watch my videos, stand your ground. Tell FEMA to piss off, tell the Red Cross to piss off, and tell the government to piss off. You guys take care of yourselves, protect your supplies and stuff. Don't let them take them away, because you're not going to get the supplies. If they take control of it, you guys are screwed. So you're going to have to stand your ground and fight, and you guys know it. And I wish you guys all the best, and I pray for everybody out there. I pray for the families, the people that have lost their families and stuff. I mean, it's just, there's so many crazy stories. I mean, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. So any help you guys can do, find a good organization that you can help, either go down there and help or send stuff to help. Whatever you can do to help. I mean, let's try to help these people. These are Americans, and we are Americans. All of us are Americans. You know, I don't care who you vote for, but we're all Americans, and at this time, everybody needs to step up and help. So do what you can with what you can, and get yourself some backup radios. Get yourself trained on it. And that's the other thing. You need to know how to use radios. Don't buy it and just be like, oh, I got it. You need to know how to use it as well. You need to know how to connect to repeaters. There's more to it than just having it and turning it on. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I hope this helps. Questions, comments, I'll try to answer them the best I can. Try to direct you guys. I'll put some links to some radios down below for you guys as well. And just, you know, God keep everybody safe out there. We're in some trying times, and we're going to have to stay strong. We're definitely going to have to stay strong. So I'll see you guys on the next video.